Good morning. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the new year. Or for me in Australia, it is the new year. It is 2018. Whoop, whoop. And I am currently sitting in my office and doing work, preparing for the new term that will be happening in a couple weeks. And just looking out my window and enjoying the sound of nature and listening to the birds and listening to all the sounds. And I am voice 6. So along the Awaken the voice journey, you will also hear my voice a couple times. And because you know who I am, it's kind of an interesting look into me, and which I feel is just as important as hearing the voices of strangers, but also hearing the voice that is guiding you through this journey. So I'm going to leave the past in the past because that's where it is. And I'm going to focus on the now, and the focus of the now is more important than what happened last year, because last year's gone. So any ill will, any anger, any thoughts that you may have, I know this is so much easier said than done, but try to release it. I'm trying so hard to release it. And when I find myself getting angry, if I find myself projecting or having thoughts or feeling certain things, all of a sudden I just have to talk to myself and be like, take care, you know. It doesn't matter, Abby, it doesn't matter, because it doesn't matter. Those fights that you've had, or those conversations, or those things, they don't matter. Now, there's a difference between standing up for yourself and standing for what's good and what's right. That's one thing. You can hold on to that shit if you need to. I get that. But there's a difference between jealousy, petty arguments, all of those things. Leave it. Leave it in 2017, because this voice, my voice today, is about new beginnings. And I just want to talk about a couple of things. And it's been said to me over the last couple of weeks, which has been so interesting because I've been hearing it for the past year, but for the first time I think I've actually heard it, which is, this year is about me. I'm going to say that one more time. This year is about me. And maybe this year you need to make it about you. And it's not a selfish thing. It's not I'm just going to do whatever. I'm going to go party. I'm going to do all of these things. No, it just means for the first time in your life, probably, you are going to do the things that you love. It doesn't matter if you're a parent. You can balance everything. Life is a balancing act. You know, you have to find ways for you to fulfill your happiness, or your children will not be happy, or your partner will not be happy, or your work will not bring hope, inspiration, life to you, because you don't know what it is. There is no light, there's no joy. And if you don't take care of yourself in that, in your soul first, you won't find it. And that's a fact. That's not there's studies, and you read on parents that work full time, or part-time, or in my case, part-time, kind of full-time. I mean, as a life as an artist, you never stop. My head's always exploding. But I still make sure that I take care. And I have to say, Isaiah is a very, very happy child through that. And I grew up in an environment where someone worked all the time. And that's just part of it. But at the same time, did she enjoy her life? I don't know. You know, do you enjoy your life? If you work a full-time job, are you taking a walk somewhere? Do you get out of town every once in a while? Do you plan a trip? Do you just sit in your office and watch funny YouTube videos? Do you make time for you? And I have to say, for myself, I have, and which is probably the reason I'm able to do what I do. I mean, I have a lot of support, which is another topic. I do understand that a lot of people don't have the support of family and friends around them, where they can't take tons of time to take care. Listen, it doesn't mean you go away for a week or go away for a couple days. It's even just an hour. For an hour for you to turn everything off, or when your baby goes to sleep, to take 10 minutes to just take care of yourself and talk to yourself and be like, I love you, I'm proud of you, and everything that you do. And I think that is such an important reminder, and I get teary-eyed while I'm sitting here and kind of like putting my hand to my chest to be like, I am proud of you. Because how many times do we look in the mirror and say, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of what you do. I'm proud of what you've done. I'm proud that you've raised 3 kids. I'm proud that you've raised 1 kid. I'm proud that you've overcome abuse. I'm proud that you've overcome domestic violence. I'm proud that you have dealt with death, whatever it may be. I'm proud that you are a CEO of a business. I'm proud that you created a business. I'm proud. I'm just proud. When do you look in the mirror and just say, I'm proud of you? So if there's anything that I encourage today, as you look in the mirror, whatever 2018 is for you and your time zone, to look in the mirror and be like, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. And if you have a hard time doing that, to look at yourself and say that, then that means that even more so this year, you need to take care of you. Even more so. You know, the sounds of nature. So I never appreciated nature. This is a big thing about me. And that is a really, really big goal of mine this year. Just to sit and listen, whether it's to the birds or just pay attention to animals. Isaiah is such a lover of animals, and he chases them, but it's beautiful how he observes them. And just to like sit in it. I mean, that is the purest form of life is nature. And we don't take a lot of time. I know I don't. I know I haven't. And I promised myself this year that would be such a big thing for me to do. I would like you to sit down. And if there's something that you get from this podcast today and from my voice today, is to write down what's important to you. What makes you happy. And if you don't know what that is, then even more so sit down and figure out what it is. And it doesn't have to be something big. Be like, I'm happy when I get ice cream. I'm happy when my partner and I go to the movies. It can be the smallest thing, or you could be the biggest thing. I'm happy when I go overseas. I'm happy when I jump out of a plane. Whatever it is. And make a vision and put it on your wall on a huge poster board. 10 things, 12 things, 1 thing, once a month. Something a little bit bigger than the average day-to-day, which I feel you should do every day, but something a little bit bigger that you can do every month. And it's okay if you're scared. I say this all the time, you're not alive if you're not scared. I'm scared every day. I'm scared about money every day. Scared about my business failing every day. I'm afraid every day that my son won't love me. I'm afraid that I'm not good enough. That I'm not good enough for so many different things. And that's rough, you know? No one teaches you this. You know what I mean? No one teaches you when you become an adult all the things that you may feel that may be projected from your youth, may be executed from your youth. All of these things, no one talks to you about it. You just have to live it and figure it out. And that's why I say, and I say it to you again, to continuously start looking yourself in the mirror and say, I'm proud of you. I love you. Shit may be hard sometimes, it may hurt right now, but everything's going to be okay. Everything is going to be okay. In 2018, I'm just so excited for it. I'm so excited for the possibilities. I'm so excited to support my friends in their new endeavors and their possibilities, because you can't do everything alone. I mean, I try, you know, because I try, but you can't. Let people in. Let people take care of you. I know trust is hard. I'm not a really big truster. When you've been burned a couple times, it's hard to fully trust, but There's good people in the world that do want the best for you. I have friends that I'm so supportive of and love in all their work, and vice versa. It's just finding those people and knowing that you're loved and supported. To my mothers out there, you are more than just a mom. You have the right to have beginnings for your life as well. That include your children, but can also be about you. There's a difference between being selfish and selfless. Stay-at-home dads, fathers, this goes for you too. This isn't just for the moms, but I feel moms are harder on themselves for taking care. Go take a dance class. Go take a cooking class. Get a part-time job. Your children will be okay. Everybody will be okay. Our children are our future. Our youth are our future. If we don't take care of ourselves, they won't know how to take care of themselves. If they don't have a role model which teaches them how to take care and respect themselves and be proud and love themselves, then they're not going to know what that is, because they will follow in our footsteps for years and years. And that pattern continues and continues and continues. Commitment issues, relationship issues, love issues, just issues that don't need to be happening because it starts with us. We are a beautiful, beautiful template of happiness. And even though we're going through stuff sometimes, I know I am, we are the example. We are the truth for our youth. And youth, I'm talking to you right now. Just because you think you've grown, you ain't. You ain't grown. You don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? You know a lot, but you don't know everything. And there's people that have lived on this planet longer than you that just want to love you and just want to protect you and want to teach you about the world. Not just throw you in school and be like, here, math, geometry, blah, 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 science. They want to teach you about the world, as in cultures and what they go through, slavery, empowerment, entitlement, politics. There's so much more that maybe a lot of you don't realize and don't even have conversations about. And adults, I'm reaching out to you too, because we aren't having these conversations or know how to have these conversations, and they're hard conversations. But I think this year we need to start talking. Start talking. Use your voice. The older I've gotten, the more I've realized the relationships I want are people that communicate, that talk about things that matter, that talk about things that have an influence on how the rest of this world is going to function, how the rest of this world is going to survive. And if we don't have conversations, that is how the world's going to end. Yeah, global climate, blah, 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 blah. No, the world's going to end if we don't take care of each other. So this year, start taking care of each other. Start talking to each other. If you can't handle an altercation, if you can't say sorry, if you can't stand up for something, if you can't stand up for homophobia, racism, all of those things, then you need to look inside yourself and figure out why that is and have conversations about it. If you're racist and don't want to be, or homophobic and don't want to be, but that's how you've been raised because that's how we're rooted, start talking to people that will support you and love you and help you through that. That's what human beings are here for. And I think we've forgotten that. We've forgotten who we are as humans and our responsibility to this planet, which is to love each other, to support each other, to communicate with each other, and to know that we're not alone in this big bad world we call Earth. Because you're not alone. We're never alone. You're not alone. I've spent so much of my life feeling alone. There's no need for that. There's no need. I'm so excited for this year. I'm scared. Hey, I'm scared. the best kind of scared. I hope today this podcast gives you hope. But the most important thing is I want you to go in front of the mirror at some point on January 1st, 2018, wherever you are, and just say, I'm proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Because I'm proud of you. Thank you all so much for tuning in to Awaken the Voice. We are back at it every week here on out till we get to 25 episodes. And then guess what? We're going to do something new with the next segment. And this is really including our youth. But that's a while now. That's 6 months from now. But it'll come out and I will share it with all of you. And it's going to be beautiful. But for today, Happy New Year. Welcome to 2018. And thank you for tuning in to Awaken the Voice.